The Indianapolis Racers of the World Hockey Association took the ice in Indy from 1974 and 1979, and author Tim Gassen had his heart stolen by this team. He's here to talk about his book, Red, White, and Blues, a personal history of Indianapolis Racers hockey. Thanks for coming in. We appreciate it.
Thank you very much, Tracy. I'm excited to be here.
I'm guessing that there's some people out there that are going, huh? Probably didn't even realize. It's not that long ago, but it was a short, storied history with some great names attached to it.
Well, the Indianapolis Racers was Indiana's only major league hockey team. They existed in Indianapolis from 1974 to 1979. And a lot of people know the Racers even today because it was the launching point for the sport's greatest player, Wayne Gretzky.
And not just Wayne Gretzky, but yeah, the greatest player, but others made their way through town playing other teams. Also Mark Messier as well. Mark
Messier, probably the second greatest player of all time, also started in a Racers jersey. And Mark Messier just this weekend is going to be inducted into the Hockey Hall of Fame along with Wayne Gretzky. So there's a great heritage of great hockey here in Indianapolis.
Okay, so then people look and go, well, 1974 to 1979. 5-year stretch. What happened?
What happened was there were two rival leagues, the World Hockey Association that the Racers were in and the National Hockey League, which exists today. In 1979, the two leagues merged and Indianapolis was left out of the merger, and Major League Hockey has not returned to Indianapolis, but we do have hockey in Indianapolis today with the Indiana Ice.
Yeah, we hear about the Ice all the time. They do marketing very well, even trying to grab that casual fan to a game. Could the NHL perhaps take some lessons, because people keep talking about how difficult it is to even find an NHL game, even with 500, 700 cable channels?
You know, Indianapolis is still the largest city in North America without any kind of professional hockey. I think it's too good of a market for professional hockey to stay away from. I do think professional hockey is in the future for Indianapolis. The NHL might be a little far off, but it will come knocking on the door of Indianapolis.
I've heard some sports experts say the game doesn't translate well to television. You have to be there, and that's not a problem for some cities. Detroit, you know, the Red Wings sell out, but it really wasn't a problem when the Racers existed, because they had some nice attendance numbers at Market Square Arena.
People should understand that when the Pacers, the basketball Pacers, joined the NBA in 1976, the Indianapolis Racers actually outdrew them at the gate. They were a very popular team in Indianapolis. Before there was Colts Blue, there was Racers Blue. It was Indianapolis's team in the mid to late 1970s, and that connection with the people of Indianapolis is why I wrote this book. I grew up here in Indianapolis, and there was a great connection between the players and the team, the whole community. It was a very special time for sports in Indianapolis.
Well, that's why you wrote the book. How you wrote the book is also very interesting. It doesn't read like a history lesson. It's not bullet points of things that happened. Some very personal, it is a personal history, it says right there in the title, but I mean, you get very specific, very detailed, very nuanced with some of your descriptions.
Well, this was something I really tried to do, unlike many hockey books or sports history books. Because I was there, I had a first-hand knowledge of what the team was doing, how it interacted with the community, and so I had a personal involvement. And so while I wanted the journalistic part to be there, the facts, the dates, the figures, what happened and when, I wanted to connect with people. Why should we care about this team 30 years later? Because the entire community cared about this team. It was a great love affair with ice hockey that I think can be rekindled in Indianapolis.
Oftentimes we have authors on, they're making a personal appearance somewhere. He's making a lot of appearances, and he's not just going to sign a book, man. He will talk hockey with you. If you want to meet Tim and learn more about the Indianapolis Racers, log on to fox59.com. We have a list of all his appearances around town this weekend, including the Indiana Ice hockey game Saturday night. Thanks for coming in.
Thank you so much for having me.